I've come to the Fleur De Lis Tea Company here in Amite, Louisiana, and I'm with David Barron and Hans Marchese. David owns this beautiful property which has so many pine trees on it and some tea plants, and also Hans is the tea specialist here. Can I ask you, David, how did you come about acquiring such a huge property with all these beautiful trees?
Initially, it was just for the investment of timber, but then once I started working on the property, I just enjoyed being outside so much, started planting different types of plants just to enhance the property. And a friend of mine gave me some tea plants and planted those. They've done very well here. They've attracted a lot of attention, and it's actually turned into a really enjoyable business. So we're making tea right here in Louisiana.
I love it. And did you have a background in agriculture?
Not at all. No, my background is from the machine shop world. But once I started dealing with plants, I realized that that's something that I wished I had done all my life.
And how many acres of pine forest do you own?
160 acres.
160 acres. That's going to be a lot of tea that's going to be grown here, I have a feeling, in the future. So you brought Hans into the company because he has a background in tea. Hans, give me a sense of where you found that passion.
Tea really brought together a lot of my interests. I have a background in biology and chemistry, and I really enjoyed community, and tea is something that really combined all of those aspects together.
Wonderful. Okay, well, let's talk about the different teas that you have here. What's this one?
That is our Big Easy. That was the very first tea that we ever made out here.
It's beautiful. And how complicated is it to make?
That's our black tea, so that does have the most intense process. It's about 30 hours of processing. There might be 18 hours of withering, rolling, oxidizing, and then throwing it in the dryer. So that's 30 hours reduced into 30 seconds for you.
Well, I'd love to taste this one. How can we do that?
Yes, ma'am, we have it right over here. So this will give you woody, malty, and a very little bit of sweet notes.
Wonderful.
All right, and I know it may sound rude, but it's actually polite to slurp when you're drinking tea. It kicks it into your nasal passages. You're actually smelling tea more than you're tasting it.
It's really tasty. Well, he's quite good at slurping.
He is. He's professional.
Professional slurper, I love it. Okay, so the next one we have here, what's this one?
Yes, ma'am. That is our Friendship blend. That is a blend of our 100% Louisiana-grown Big Easy mixed with our friends from Mogok Tea in Myanmar. So that's also a black tea. Theirs is going to have a lot more of those floral notes that I was talking about, fairly unique for a black tea.
Okay, let's taste it. Cheers.
Cheers.
That one is very different. How would you describe it?
This one, definitely a lot of those malty and woody notes, but they're very unique in that they have those floral tones in there. There is a little bit of honey as well in this black tea.
I can definitely taste the honey. What do you think, David?
Definitely very floral, sweet, and you get that from the big leaves that come from the tropical climate where this tea is grown.
Beautiful. And what's this one here, Hans?
I'm very excited about that one. It will be out this year. That is our roasted pressed green tea. So we are kicking around a few names for it, but that should be out this coming year. Really excited. No one in the US is really doing a pressed and roasted green tea at this point.
Let's try it.
This one should give you notes of roasted nuts.
Roasted nuts.
That's what we're looking for in a good green tea.
It smells really good. Cheers. I like it. It is different. I can taste the nuttiness. What do you think, David?
For green tea, it's very unique. I definitely taste the nuttiness, and Definitely a hint of sweetness that you don't often find.
I like it. Ooh, this one is so beautiful. I love it with all the flowers. Tell me about this one.
That one I'm also very excited for. It's one of the most unique teas that we'll probably ever have. Very few people do it. It is just the flowers. Technically, it's a white tea, which means all that it's done to it is it's plucked and it's dried. So it should taste very floral, like the flowers themselves, and then maybe some butteriness from the pollen that's still left in there.
All right, let's try this. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's my favorite. I love it. I do taste that sort of floral feeling. What do you think, Hans?
Very floral, even a little buttery from all the bee pollen that's still in there.
Absolutely, and you very labor intensive to produce because it has to be hand-picked. So it will be a very unique tea, and certainly in the United States.
All right, Brandy, we're here in our display garden. These are some immature plants. They're about 2 to 3 years old. In 2 to 3 years, they'll become fully established, be about yay high. And then in the summer, we'll be plucking just the newest growth. So we pluck just the first bud and 2 leaves.
So fascinating that the tea that I tried came from these plants. How many of them do you think are actually on this property?
We have 3,000 in the ground, 3,000 in the nursery, and about 1,000 of them are fully productive.
Wow. Well, congratulations, David. You have a lot to think about. I'm sure you're going to come up with some more exciting tea varieties for us to try in the future, and I wish you the best of luck.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming. We've enjoyed it.
So much fun. Thank you, Hans. Thanks.